What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, while I am a huge fan of the modern fragrance style, the blue fragrances, the sweet fragrances, the masculine florals and such, there's a time and place for all of them, but what there's always a time and place for is the classics. The classic masculine scent profile, 80s, 90s style, some stuff even older than that. We've got a combination of designer and niche, some affordable stuff, some pricier, high quality stuff among these 7 picks, because some people don't want the modern sweet stuff and the over-the-top chemical synthetics and aquatics and all that other good stuff. Sometimes they just want to smell classic. We've got some good ones here. Stay tuned. A recent rebuy that, early 90s classic, old school powerhouse style, greens, spices, leather, woods, musks, little bit of florals. Ralph Lauren Safari. Boy, have I been happy to rebuy this fragrance. Let me get that to focus. Same old song and dance with the busy background to get the fragrance to focus, because this is a beautiful flacon here. Just absolutely stunning type of stuff. See if I can make it focus. Nope. It's not wanting to play nice because it's such a beautiful bottle. It totally deserves to be admired. All it takes is just a little bit over my shoulder and we can't get a frickin' get a focus. It's unbelievable. This is so good. Shame on me for having waited so freaking long to rebuy this fragrance. It's not super expensive. This is the 4.2 ounce bottle. You can get a 2.5 ounce bottle. They used to have a smaller bottle. I want to say it was a 1.4 ounce 40 ml. That was, I either had that or the 2.5. I think I had the 75 ml. Years and years ago. Been a long time. This is old school fougere style fragrance. Hint heavier on the spices and the leather accord as it dries down. It's a little animalic. Again, has that old school classic feel. Some would call it dated. I call it timeless. Smelling classical, my boy. That's what's going on here. There we go. Wanted to focus a little bit for a brief moment in time to showcase this bottle, because this stuff is absolutely stunning, guys. If you get an opportunity to smell this one at a department store, you really should. And then buy it online because it's much, much more affordable. Do not pay retail for this fragrance. Performance is actually above average too. 6 to 8 hour range in longevity. This goes with anything and everything. Honestly, I think I might wear it to church on Sunday. Was debating on what's going to be the weapon of choice this Sunday. I think it might be this, because sometimes you just want something classic. And that is what this is. Ralph Lauren's Safari. Citric, very fresh and aromatic, vibrant and bright, if you will. Woody floral. Not a feminine leaning super powder bomb. Like, it's a nice hit of violet that kind of gives that slight petroleum feel of like a Fahrenheit. Not that heavy, not that much, doesn't smell like Fahrenheit. But I grabbed my 30 ml. I have the old style 100 ml bottle, but I like the newer style 30 mls better. This is Argos pour Homme. This one, easy to get lost in the shuffle because Argos has so many phenomenal fragrances at their disposal in their house. This is the 30 ml bottle, which, guys, you really only need the 30 ml when it comes to this house. Whew, man, the bright citrus. Juicy bergamot gin combo makes it super mouth-watering kind of juicy. This is not reinventing the wheel. This is an old school citrus woody aromatic type fragrance. Very much has a floral core, but a lot of green going on here. A whole lot of green. Great daytime professional wear. Man's man type of stuff, but the biggest kicker here is extreme quality. Super quality ingredients. Christian only purchases the best of oils to blend for his fragrances. Any of you that have tried anything from Argos, you know the quality is on par with anything and everything on up to $1,000 fragrances. Just works of art, especially when you get the bigger bottles with all the artistic plates and everything. But man, this is such a great daytime wear. This signature men's fragrance, hence being called Argos pour Homme, that just doesn't get enough love. And shame on me, I haven't given it enough love either, but it was perfect, absolutely perfect for this topic, and that's why we're talking about it here. Get your nose on this. Grab a sample from the website. This is Argos Pour Homme. An all-time great. They're still putting out flankers today, but there's always that argument that none of them are better than the original. We're talking about Davidoff Cool Water. Can be found easily, readily available all over the place for a great price for 4.2-ounce bottles such as this one. This is the Eau de Toilette Original. You can find them at rack stores. They pop up all the time. They're just easy to get. There's bottles all over the place. Minty Green Aquatic. Very, very beautiful stuff. In the vein of a Creed Green Irish Tweed, but it's really not. Like, there's elements here, but this is just, at its core, an aquatic fragrance. It's actually very blue. For the green notes, the mint, and all the other elements that give it that green, kind of spiced feel, honestly. It's a very crisp, fresh, spicy green mintiness, like a spicy mint, I guess we'll say. Aquatic notes, woods. I don't get a whole lot of stuff beyond that with some musk, clear muskiness in this fragrance. Not a warm fragrance, definitely a very fresh fragrance, but this is signature scent for many men over the decades, and for good reason. You just can't go wrong here with this one. I think it's good year-round. Ideally, it's a warm weather fragrance, but this is true signature scent worthy stuff. It'll never go away. It'll never get old. And some people find it dated. I sure don't. Again, I say timeless when people say dated or classic, because this is very classic. And the beauty of this, it still performs. Look, if you're getting 2 or 3 hours, I think it's nose fatigue, skin chemistry, or a combination of both, because I get every bit of 8 hours out of this fragrance. I always have. It projects pretty strong for like 2 hours, too. This bottle's only a few years old. It is of the modern formula of this fragrance, so don't let internet forums steer you away if you're scared of it being a weaker performer. You don't know what it's going to do for you until you spray it on you. An all-time classic, in my opinion, Davidoff Cool Water. Now, this next one's one of the pricier fragrances in the video for sure. And based on the bottle size, yeah, it's the priciest. You got around $190, $200 range from discounters. And this is absolutely stunning. Its Parfum Pour Homme counterpart is very cumin heavy. It's super old school masculine, done to the 10th power, whereas here you get a lot more freshness. This is the more wearable daytime wear version. We're talking Roja Parfum's Danger Parfum Cologne. This is absolutely stunning, guys. You can wear this one to work, you can wear this on a date. It doesn't matter. The bottle's stunning, of course, but this is creamy but bright and juicy citrus. Greens, a hint of powder. This is a little animalistic musky. Like, I wouldn't say it's the most natural musk smell. I'm not sure what level of, what degree of natural some of these notes are, but it's got a relatively authentic, slightly animalic, creamy musk smell to it. Not a dirty fragrance, though. That cumin's dialed back greatly. Like, it's hiding in the background. You'll still pick it up, but the freshness overruns this one. Juicy citrus, a lot of lemon here, a more authentic lemon smell, like cutting into a lemon. Oh man, and let's take another moment to just admire this bottle. This is just absolutely beautiful. There's darker elements like clove and vetiver. You got different woods, ambergris adding to the musk. Like, there's so many notes. Roja Dove likes to make these wild blends, and they smell like very complex fragrances is what ends up coming out on the other side. This entire collection of these Parfum Cologne fragrances are absolutely stellar. What a great line to collect. And probably the most well-rounded, everyday, classic men's fragrance of the bunch would be Danger Parfum Cologne. I think Scandal's better for a dressier occasion, suit and tie kind of stuff. You have some playfulness with Creation E / Enigma, depending on where you live. Elysium's a fun, fresh fragrance, very vibrant. And Vetiver, another one that kind of falls into this very green, woody fragrance, timeless type of style. This is kind of like Guerlain's Heritage a bit, whereas Vetiver is kind of like Guerlain's Vetiver, but done up. This is much more upscale takes on those DNAs. Highly encourage you check this out. Performance is absolutely stellar. Great longevity. The right projection and sillage. It's Roja Parfum's Danger Parfum Cologne. My favorite fragrance from the 90s, a Mountain Rushmore fragrance for me. Actually, the first fragrance I ever asked my parents to get me for Christmas. It was either, I always go back and forth. I can't remember if it was 5th or 6th grade, because Tommy Hilfiger, just exploded on the scene in the mid-90s, 95 range. We got Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. This is the newest bottle I've cracked open of many. This is a 50 ml. Finished the 30 ml not that long ago. I've had 6 or 7, maybe even 8 bottles of this fragrance since I was a kid. I'll always have it. This is a little bitter, juicy citrus, kind of grapefruit, bitter green, crisp, still fresh, soft and woody, hint of powder, very musky. Smells like a polo shirt. It just does. It smells like you should wear a polo shirt with this fragrance. Man, it's so good. I don't know if it's just the nostalgia bug constantly biting me in the ass every time I smell this fragrance, but it just better every time I smell it. And for the money, I mean, they're so cheap. 100 mls go for around $20 to $30 from discounters. You're not going to get crazy longevity. It depends on your skin and your nose, but I would call it 3 to 5 hours range, depending. So it is the weaker, below average side of performance, but just respray it. Do like I do. Keep the bottle with you if you know you're going to be gone for more than 3 or 4 hours. If you're heading to work, take the bottle with you. It's so good. It's so good. If you want to spend more money, you can go Montal Fougere's Marine, extremely similar, great performer, kind of a niche twist on this fragrance, but it's not one-to-one with this. If you want the Tommy Cologne experience, you gotta get Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger, and it just never gets old. This is good for every day, year-round, every situation. Not played out, not dated, in my opinion. 90s in a bottle to me. An absolute classic, Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. Okay, now we're talking old school powerhouse, but super high quality niche. This is not for everyone. You gotta like leather and carnation. You heard that combo? Leather and carnation. It's one of the strongest fragrances I own. I would put this in like the top 20 on just all out raw power that you get from the fragrance, projection and sillage. It is Sawlaj from Kajal Parfums. I don't wear this one enough. This is such an assertive, powerhouse, masculine fragrance. Again, there's vanilla listed, but I don't get sweetness. You get lemon, carnation, and a whole lot of leather. There's Cistus labdanum and the leather accord, and it's like a lot of leather. Like a robust brown leather. Not soft and supple, edgy, a bit animalic, not spiced, but robust. That is such a good word for this fragrance. It's a robust fragrance. God, it's so good. And it comes across a little smoky, the way the leather accord is. This is so good. Carnation. They just don't put that in men's fragrances anymore. Very seldom do you see it happen. It's part of an old, like, 70s, 80s, 90s powerhouse style fragrance, and that is what this is. This is bringing that into the modern era. This came out in the 2000 teens, late 2000 teens, 16, 17, 18 range, something like this. It's impressive. It's, again, a very assertive, powerful, statement-making fragrance that's the man that walked in. All right? God, get a sample and try this. Again, it's not going to be for everyone, but if you like these types of fragrances, oh my God, you owe it to yourself to try it because you're probably going to end up adding this to your collection. It is that good. It's Sawlaj from Kajal. And last but most certainly not least, it's the highest seller ever for a reason. Another 90s in a bottle type fragrance. Most people would say this is the one. We talked about it in yesterday's video, the recording of this. It is Acqua di Gio from Giorgio Armani. You know, when it fits the topic, it fits the topic. It deserves to be here. This is one of the had to make the cut kind of fragrances. So mega fresh, watery, green and musky. Has that Cologne note, that 90s fresh green citrus kind of fragrance. Again, watery, aquatic type of stuff. High level compliment getter. I mean, there's a reason they sold tons of bottles of this and still sell tons of bottles of this, because it is an unadulterated, unapologetic compliment getter. It's just, you smell good. You smell good. While I do like all of its flankers more, I have no problem throwing some respect on this name of Acqua di Gio. It just works. It's synthetic, sure. Out in the air, it's magic. Replace that word synthetic with magic. Proof is in the pudding. How many times have you watching this, sprayed a fragrance, smelled it, you're like, it's all right, it does. Then you wear it, you throw it on, and you wear it out, and you get 3 compliments. Guess whose opinion just changed on their fragrance? Yours did. This one kind of sparked that shit heavy in the 90s. Going into the 2000s and beyond. It's notorious for it. Probably the all-time great. King of the mountain kind of thing when it comes to doing that. So while that's not the most important thing, I know that's very important for a lot of people. I like getting a compliment too. But the wearing experience is just takes me back. Nostalgic. Does that date it a little bit? Yeah, kind of. But I think you can wear it anytime. While I personally would recommend checking out Profondo, the Parfum, the EDP. Try the newer versions. They pay homage to this DNA properly and add some more modern elements to it. But it always has worked. It always will work. Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio. Well, that was the 7. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try to have links down below for everything as best I can. You don't have to make any purchases to check out this video. I'm just glad you checked them out. But definitely get your nose on some of these if you're looking to switch things up from all the modern stuff, which is mainly centered around being sweet for the most part. Check some of these out. Old school doesn't mean bad. It means classical, my boy. Sometimes you want to smell classic, right? And these are the ones that I decided fit the topic best. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you leave. We'll catch you on the next one.